Welcome to
Three Peas in a Podcast.
We're from the newspaper, from the Patriot, and we're here to start our own podcast. This is volume 1. It'll be weekly. We record every Wednesday, and it'll be uploaded every Friday.
So, I am Nichole. I am a junior.
Oh, I'm Allie, or Alma, whatever. I'm also a junior.
And I'm Evan. I'm a sophomore.
Underclassman.
All right, so we're going to have 4 sections every week. Usually we'll start with news and politics, and along with student life, heading over to sports as well. Pop culture and weather are relevant this week, but those will all be changing topics.
We're kind of just going with the flow, seeing what works out.
Yeah.
And if you have any suggestions of what we should talk about, if you have any questions, you can tweet us. I don't know
At SMS Patriot, maybe?
Yeah, we'll go with the Twitter, and we'll probably start bringing in some live polls and maybe even some call-ins at some point.
Oh, that'd be kind of sick. Maybe some interviews. So if you're an interesting person, hit us up on the Twitter.
Absolutely.
All right. So should we get into some news and politics?
Yes. So, Allie, go ahead.
All right. So I guess I'm the political guru here.
As the news editor.
Oh yeah, I'm the news editor. What up? I don't have a lot to talk about this week, honestly. Obviously, the government shutdown. That's not good. A lot of people are out of work, especially in Kansas City.
Yeah.
TSA is getting hit really, really hard.
Well, when people are going to work, just not getting paid.
Right, which is kind of ridiculous.
Kind of worries.
And as it's been pointed out several times before, the people who shut down the government, aka the president, Congress, are still getting paid. But the people who had no say in it whatsoever are not getting paid.
Yes.
If that just sounds wrong to me. Maybe it's just me, but whatever. So let's see. The government shut down December 6th. New Congress was inaugurated January 3rd, which means us JoCo kids are now represented entirely by Democrats. Our new Congresswoman, Sharice Davids, replaced Republican Kevin Yoder. Sharice is a Democrat.
So, Allie, as Republican Club
President?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It could be interesting. I'm giving her a shot. I haven't kept up with her every little move, but so far I don't think she's done anything. I could throw my foot down and be like, wow, she's a terrible person. She's at least a good person, I believe. So is Laura Kelly, our new Democratic governor. Same thing with her, giving her a real shot, seeing how it's going to go. Really awkward living in a blue state, Kansas being a blue state. But it's fine. Laura Kelly was inaugurated this week, I think, Monday maybe? And
Yeah, Monday the 13th.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. I heard she's going to do some, potentially, maybe legalize some weed, which is chill with me. I don't smoke weed, for the record, but I'm a big marijuana talker. I think that's the best way to describe it.
All right, Evan, you want to take it off of sports?
Yeah, let's
All right,
move on a little bit.
So, sports and student life, I'll be leading that. First off, it's a little late. It is, what does it mean? Is it January the 16th? Yeah, January 16th.
So a couple of our topics are a little outdated.
A little outdated, but
worth
discussing because Shawnee Mission South and Shawnee Mission East, if you weren't there,
what a game.
Man, you really made a mistake. I've got to be honest, that was for me. And I've been to, hundreds of sporting events. And that was one of the greatest sporting events that I've ever seen live.
That was my first basketball game I've watched.
Really?
Aww.
Yeah, I've never gone.
Yeah, and then
you
stayed for a triple overtime.
Yeah, you stayed for a triple overtime.
Yeah, I
man.
know. I was so tired.
So, so the
I
game...
had to cheer a triple overtime.
Yeah.
So the game, for those that don't know, went into 3 overtimes. The first 3 overtime game in Shawnee Mission South versus Shawnee Mission East history. The first triple overtime game for Shawnee Mission South since 1981.
Oh my God.
Which is pretty incredible, especially when it's, you set that kind of stage for the biggest rivalry in all of the Sunflower League. Stands were full. There were maybe there were a handful of seats. Maybe I'd give it under probably 30 seats left. So it was cool. It was full. It was loud. The atmosphere was unreal. Skylar Rhodes played a heck of a game.
Kennedy Rader played a heck of a game.
Yeah, especially after getting injured in the first.
10 seconds?
We were 20 seconds in the game, and
Kennedy
got injured.
Got stitches. He was in and out 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, 3 or 4
Came back
times.
with a Band-Aid on his chin and then a headband. Or not a headband.
I don't know. Whatever you want to call that.
A wrap around his chin and his hair to keep that on.
It was pretty unreal.
Dedication.
But yeah, I've got to mention the fact that was I talked to Skylar the day after about the game, and he said that was cool to be a part of, no matter win or loss. It was just cool to be a part of that kind of experience. So moving along from that, we've got Nichole over here, who just so happens to be a little bit of a bowler herself.
Kind of the pro. She's
Kind of a
really
pro.
leading the girls team right now.
So let's get what happened last night, Nichole?
So we
Last
were
night was
against
Tuesday.
Yes,
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
So Tuesday. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm very sick. Only at school, so I can go to our meet today. So yesterday we were against Shawnee Mission East and Shawnee Mission West, and rivalries in bowling aren't really a thing because we all get along really well. All the Shawnee Mission schools were all really close. It's the Olathe schools that we kind of butt heads with because we are very nice, friendly bowlers, and we give high fives. And the Olathe schools don't like us.
Not so much.
Now, not all the kids, some of the kids, but so last night, South and West for the boys, varsity boys, though that is a rivalry in itself. They fought last year over a regional title, and we went to state instead of West. So this was our first meet against them this year, and they really wanted to beat us. And everything was so close. The girls won, I think, by 19 pins or something.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was the closest, but
That's
everyone
crazy.
was no more than 50 pins above for the team scores. And then individually, South had all the highest scores.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Gavin.
Huge way to start off the year.
Oh, yeah. Gavin almost bowled a perfect game.
Wow.
I didn't do so super well.
But you still won.
But I won, so that's nothing to complain about, obviously. But we had a lot of new girls bowling up on varsity, a lot of new boys bowling up on JV this year that have never bowled, and we did good.
Didn't Hayden Spradlin sweep up over there on JV?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He got it on JV. Ella Pointer got it for JV girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then me and
Dang.
Gavin.
So
So it
huge.
was a lot of fun. I
That's
think
good.
it was a really good way to start off.
Raider bowling is really underrated. You guys
Yeah.
are good, at least this year.
Yeah.
And last year you were pretty good too, right?
Yeah, last year we were really good. This year the girls team is much stronger than it was last year, and the boys kind of fell down a little bit, but it's something they can't pick up.
All right. Our last sports topic has to do with your local Kansas City Chiefs heading into the AFC Championship this weekend against Tom Brady and the everlasting New England Patriots. The only thing I have to say about the game is that I think no matter what, we've got to come away from this game knowing that we have been a part of one of the greatest Kansas City Chiefs seasons in
True.
history. And we all got to understand, Patrick Mahomes, he can make some ridiculous plays, but he is still essentially a rookie quarterback, and he will for sure make mistakes, just like any other rookie would in this situation. So, as I'm sure most of us in Kansas City are looking forward to the game, nerves are high. And it's going to be a good game. Weather forecast currently is a high of 12 degrees and a low of -8. So weather conditions aren't going to be ideal either. But it's going to go two ways. It's either going to go, we dethrone Tom Brady and he leaves as the greatest quarterback of all time, or we don't dethrone Tom Brady, we fall down to him again, and he continues to play the best football of his career at 42 years old, which is unreal.
And kind of tying into the weather, everyone's getting real sick. Nichole, she's sitting right next to me. Obviously, you can't see because you're just hearing my voice, but
Yeah,
she's sitting
right-
next to
right
me.
here.
She's hecky sick, but so is everyone else. And so I'm just going to go over some elementary school rules. Don't cough on your hands. Please cough into your elbow, or literally, if you cough in your hands, go wash your hands, or at least use hand sanitizer. That's just gross, because at school, we all touch everything, and you getting your germs everywhere is nasty.
Yeah, it gets people like me sick, and then I had to bowl super sick. So thanks to whoever coughed on me last. Please cough into your elbow.
And again, just kind of going along with that, wash your hands, please. It's
It's
gross
10
if you
seconds.
don't. At
10.
least at school. You do you at home, I guess, but when you're at school, wash your hands, because not only are you picking up other people's germs, but you're going to give other people your germs. And not all of us want to be sick. I've seen teachers cough into their hands, and I just want to go up to them and say, homie, don't.
Just stop.
If you blow your nose and you're touching your tissue, wash your hands, or at least use hand sanitizer. Let's all stay clean, not be sick. It's winter, we're all getting sick. I get it. But, like, we can take some very small precautions to not get sick.
And
End of rant.
don't just sniffle in class. Like, get up, blow your nose.
If it's driving you crazy, then just blow your nose out in the hallway. Like, I know, like, I get nervous, like, blow my
Oh, yeah,
nose in
I
front of
asked to
people.
go to the restroom.
Yeah, just
Grab a
for
tissue,
the love
skeet out of there,
God,
go to the
blow
bathroom.
your nose.
Okay.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
But, like, take your medicine, drink some tea. If you're really sick, try not to come to school and infect the rest of us.
I have learned that if your nose is very congested, take a boiling hot shower, and the steam will actually make your nose
for
run.
sure.
So then, like, bam, you're not congested anymore.
Or you can
Exactly.
use peppermint essential oils, and if you smell it, it'll kind of clear up all the passages in your face and whatnot.
That reference was to her essential oil story in the newspaper a couple cycles ago. That I designed.
Okay, end of rant. End of sick rant.
Moving on.
Okay.
Bringing some light back into the world. Enrollment is going on. So
Today was the advisory show, not a show, but
yeah,
The-
it was a
what,
KSMS
video?
KSMS video.
For
for
enrollment.
enrollment. So just
For
make sure,
electives.
for
Yes.
electives, make sure you're getting onto the right pathway. I know it's hard. I know it's high school, and you have no idea what you want to do with your future. Believe me, I'm in the same boat with you. But make sure that you are taking the right actions to get ahead and get on that pathway that interests you the most. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that if you go into the COF or culinary arts, that doesn't mean that you have to be a chef in your future. It's just get on one of those pathways that you can take all the way through your senior year, because if you get on those pathways, we have very specialized programs here at South and through the Shawnee Mission District, and that can just give you good life experience in general rather than maybe just one specific thing that you might think you have to do the rest of your life. Like, that's not at all it.
And try
It's good for
taking-
life experience.
Yeah, and take an elective that has multiple components to it, that you
I
can
agree.
learn multiple skills. Like any of the journalism classes, like yearbook, you can do a variety of things. And newspaper,
Same thing,
much you can do
Yeah.
on it. You don't have to like write on the newspaper stuff.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
pictures, design, do social media. Those are the type of electives where you can find out what you like to do. If you don't like writing, great. Now you know. That's what I had to learn, because I thought, I was going to be a journalist. I don't like writing. And then I found out I like design. So it's really helpful if you take an elective where you can learn what you like.
Definitely look for those electives that have multiple layers to them, because that can give you much more freedom as you
And
move
take
along.
financial literacy
Yeah,
early.
don't push off.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take it next year as a senior or this summer. Neither option
Yeah,
is
I'm
good.
taking health this summer, and then I'm taking financial literacy next year,
Yes,
first semester,
Suffer
just to get
early
it done.
and take them early.
Yeah, that
Okay,
way you have
but-
more freedom senior year.
Also
Yeah.
for electives, like they said, don't push off like financial literacy and health. Oh goodness.
Sorry.
Poor gal. But also, high school is your time to figure out what you want to do. Like, you don't have to know, but you can take, like, freshman year, you could take, you could take newspaper and just hate it and be like, I don't ever want to do this again, but I know I don't like to write, I don't like taking pictures, I don't like doing any of that. So you at least know, and then
Yeah.
maybe you try out, like, engineering, and maybe you fall in love with it. Now is your time to figure out what you might be interested in. You don't have to know your life plan or where you're going to college or what you're majoring in, but you at least get an idea of what you want to do.
And if you're into sports and you don't want to take an elective that'll add homework, like take weights.
Oh, yeah.
Do
Yeah.
multiple PE electives
That's
or
good for you anyway.
lab. Like
Yeah.
if you need extra time to get your work done because you don't have time after school because you have games, take an easy elective.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But also, don't take so many labs and stuff that you're missing out on your actual elective credits,
This is
because
true.
that's a graduation requirement.
Yeah, make sure you get your grad requirements out of the
Plan
way.
it
But
out.
after that, exactly. Plan out those 4 years.
I have a
I
whole
know,
document.
I know they're annoying.
I
But
love
the
doing
counselors
them.
do
Oh,
it.
no, me too.
The counselors do it for a reason. Those 4-year sheets that they give you to plan out kind of what your idea is huge, because you've got to make sure you've got all your cores taken care of, as well as all of your elective grad requirements.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Evan said we were going to bring some life back into the podcast by talking about student life, but we're going to take that light out because it's been snowing for like the past week.
And no sun has been shining whatsoever.
None. The whole world was literally white. Like, you think winter wonderland? No, it was like the apocalypse style white.
Seriously, that was probably the most snow I've ever seen in my life in Kansas City.
And it ruined my weekend. I'm so bitter about it. I had a really great plan of what I was going to do Saturday.
And then you couldn't do anything.
Then couldn't do it. It was really going to be great. But now I'm bitter about it.
Well, because here's the other thing is, like, I'm hesitant to make plans this weekend because I feel like the exact same thing's going to happen because it's supposed to snow again this weekend.
It's supposed to ice tonight. We're filming this on Wednesday. It's supposed to ice tonight into Thursday, so a slight potential of no school tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Probably not.
Friday, though.
Yeah.
We're looking at Friday because Thursday night's supposed to snow.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to snow Friday night.
No, it's supposed to snow Thursday night and Friday night, so says the weather. But you never know. Because here's the thing.
0 to 12 inches.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about this. I was looking at the weather, and they were reporting 1 to 12 inches of snow. It's like, well, yeah, you could tell me in July there's supposed to be 0 to 12 inches of snow, and you would actually be right. So I've always thought that the weather's kind of a joke. But they were right last week, so I'm going to give them a chance.
Right.
Be right again this week. But it does stink that we're still getting these on weekends, and we're not getting any days off.
And a lot of people were out of power. Like, all weekend, one of our staff members did not have power. And coming back to school on Monday, after not having any power, you didn't get your homework done. Like, that just throws you off. Not to mention, the roads still were not okay.
No.
There was snow falling from the trees, like, onto my car as I was driving.
Lots of trees were on the ground, too,
and
blocking your way.
People were getting stuck in the parking lot. Like, I heard there was one person who did something kind of not their best idea, and that's their own fault. But people were getting stuck on the ice, and it wasn't plowed very well, like, the roads and stuff.
I mean, I couldn't even get to my job on Sunday night because there was no possible way I could drive on that.
And not to mention, everyone's cars were buried.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, whatever.
Anyways.
Just a lot of snow. And also this weekend is supposed to be the Boys Dodge City tournament. Cheerleaders are supposed to go. There's a good chance we're not going to go because of the snow.
Highly
unlikely.
Boys might get stuck down there in Dodge City. So
think
that
they're
was the other
leaving
thing I
early.
forgot. That was the other thing I forgot to mention. Back to sports. Shout out boys basketball heading to Dodge City this weekend. Let's go get a dub. Heading in as the number 1 seed. So
really,
yeah, heading in as the number 1 seed. Them in Junction City are projected to fight for the title down there. So that'd be huge. Big confidence builder if we can go down there and get some wins this weekend. All right, moving on to pop culture.
Let's pop into pop culture.
Oh gosh. Probably later we'll have intros for all these segments. So.
I think that was good. Pop into pop culture.
Oh, yeah. So I think we should start with the egg, the famous egg.
World record
So
egg.
we're gonna start.
Hold
a
on,
Twitter
did you guys
poll.
like it?
Yeah, we're gonna
Did you
start
guys
a
like
Twitter
the egg
poll on
picture?
Friday.
Yeah.
Did
Okay,
you
good.
like the egg or did you not?
I
Make
did.
sure you answer.
I did. I contributed.
I liked.
Hold on, all of you who like that, you contributed to history.
Yeah.
Think
about that. You were a part. You were a part of history.
We essentially dethroned a Kardashian. I know she's like not.
Now
a
we also
Kardashian,
did
but
start
she's
an
a
internet
Kardashian.
craze that everybody's posting an egg now, thinking they're gonna get likes.
True.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
annoying,
well,
but whatever.
That's kind of annoying. Don't ruin it for the good eggs.
Um,
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
funny.
Oh, these puns are just rolling off my tongue.
Alma, you want to introduce?
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay, and by this one I mean TikTok. Is TikTok the new Musical.ly?
I think
No.
it's the
The
same thing,
TikTok-
right?
hold
It's the
on.
same. It's the same thing,
listen.
right?
Listen.
Are you pro
listen.
TikTok?
I am pro TikTok all the way.
No.
I'm not even ashamed. I will sit in my room and just watch TikTok for 2 hours. Like, procrastination
What?
right there. That's how I procrastinate.
So what is it?
Okay, it's Vine plus Musical.ly in one app, and it's amazing. It is amazing.
Okay, I've never seen Nichole like get so pumped about like very
A social
much.
media.
Especially not like this. So
No.
if it's good, maybe I should check it out.
This is
Yeah, give
how
it a
my
try.
brother and
Give it
I
a try.
bond. We have bonded over this app.
So
In the morning before school, right? So I'm sitting in my car. I still got 20 minutes till I need to walk in. So my brother's sitting next to me. We both take out our phones. We both go on TikTok. And we just spend that 20 minutes showing each other videos.
Just watching TikTok in the morning.
Oh, yeah. We'll sit there and just crack up because these videos are so funny.
Yeah.
And lots of our, like, meme crazes are from TikTok now. I wish I could show you, but of course, there's no service in the basement of our school.
There's
Right.
probably some sort of copyright problem with us
Oh, for
playing
sure.
the
there's
video.
a
Oh,
copyright
probably.
problem with that.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
they're so funny. Everyone needs to download this app.
Okay.
Now, I don't make them because that's
That's
awful
cringy.
and cringy, and I don't want people to see that. But I do enjoy watching.
So something I have to mention, along with pop culture, kind of especially from what we're producing. So this
hold on.
is
I would just like to say Nichole just coughed and she coughed into her elbow. See, it's not that hard. Anyway, Evan, continue.
so we wanted to talk about what we were producing, kind of coming from the Patriot. We've got multiple levels, as we talked about earlier, during our the enrollment segment. We've got multiple levels, and we can produce many different things.
Heck, we could
So
we
we're-
could make a TikTok.
So
Oh,
we can make
no.
We shouldn't, but we could.
SMS Patriot at TikTok. But seriously, so this is gonna go up on the web. We're gonna tweet it out. We're gonna make sure it's public because we want a lot of people to listen to this because we want this to kind of be the driving force for new media that we're trying to
Oh,
introduce.
absolutely.
We're talking about next year doing some live streaming of football and basketball games. We're talking about doing different kind of broadcasting. So there isn't really KSMS does a great job with video production, does an incredible job with it, but they other than video production, they don't really give that gateway into being on TV or that broadcasting
Or
style
just
thing.
the news
Right,
part
or
of
just
it.
the
Stuff-
news
yeah.
side of it. And I see lots of other schools doing that.
Mhm.
So I think at least myself, I may not be speaking for you guys, but for myself, that's kind of what I want to do.
Oh
But
no!
I
Next
have-
year I plan.
But I have no
on that.
Well-
I have no pathway to get there. So what I'm thinking is the Patriot, let's be the driving force into a broadcasting network for South,
yeah.
For sports games and whatnot, and along with news. So we're looking at doing that. We're going to put this on our Twitter, and we want some feedback from you guys. We
Yeah.
want to hear what you think.
Yeah.
What
Wanna
kind of
hear
podcast would it be if
yeah.
we didn't? The newspaper is. We're supposed to cater to our student body.
But we can only cater
Yeah.
to you guys monthly,
Yeah.
which causes some
That's an
issues.
issue.
Because
And we
Yeah,
also
so
have to have feedback,
that's the big thing.
interaction.
That's the big thing is interaction with the student body, and since we can only do that monthly, with our physical copy newspaper, that's why we're trying to push these different services, these different
Yeah.
medias to you through the podcast, through broadcasting, whatever else it may be. So we're trying to become a bigger driving force in the media,
Yeah.
for our school.
And I do know that I think there's going to be some changes to video productions and how KSMS tryouts are working. I don't know all the logistics of that, just a rumor. So maybe newspaper and KSMS can come together. We can
Yeah.
work on,
And maybe
being
if you
that-
didn't make
yeah.
KSMS, come join newspaper because
Yeah.
you can still do video production for the newspaper.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just because we don't have one doesn't mean it wouldn't be good if we did.
we didn't have a podcast before this, but look at us now.
Even though we tried
That's
many
right.
times.
Hey, yeah, this is the fourth time we've tried recording
this
This
is
year,
this is
yeah,
take
yeah.
4
But
this
hey,
year.
You got to work
All
at
I'm
it.
saying is the media has many different levels.
Yes.
Any media class can have different kinds of production.
Absolutely.
And if you have an idea you've always wanted to do, just talk
Come
to the
join
journalism
us. Yeah,
teachers.
come join us.
They will
Bring
get the
those
program
ideas.
in place for you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we have the resources to do those kinds of things. So we're just trying to make those things happen.
Yeah, if you want to do video, you can take video productions. And again, if you don't like it, you maybe don't want to join
Right.
KSMS
Yeah.
or you don't want to do video production on newspaper. All
Yeah.
comes back to electives and just trying out new stuff.
Yeah, different types of enrollment. and such.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, back to what else do we
Pop
have to talk
culture.
about? Pop culture.
Okay, I don't know any of I don't know the logistics of it, but Billie Eilish is coming out with a new album sometime this year, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna have a listening party.
I feel like
I'm
people
ready.
either hate her or strongly love
I
her.
love
See, no,
Billie
that's not true
Eilish.
because I'm right in the middle.
Really?
I don't because So I listen
only
to-
know Billie stands.
Yeah.
So I don't love her. She's not my favorite because for a couple reasons. One, I think to me her type of music, it's hard to vary. I feel like a lot of the songs are very similar.
Yeah, they all sound.
So
But
They're
some
all
of them
sad and
sound very
depressing.
different.
I agree.
That's true.
I agree. But majority of it kind of sounds the same, which I don't think is a bad thing. But just for me, it's something that I don't love about her type of music. But at the same time, I do really enjoy some of her music. So that's it. It's all varying.
Yeah.
Okay, and kind of keeping up with that kind of not
Along
media,
with-
but
Yeah.
yeah, like just production, the Oscars don't have a hope.
Yeah, so Kevin Hart went on Ellen to, try to get the LGBT community on his side because of previous tweets that were anti-gay.
Weren't they from 2011?
Yes, they were very homophobic and from a long time ago. And obviously people change and media
And
is
just
seen
the
differently.
society changes.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
like,
everything.
Yeah.
Like, let's think about that. That was 8 years ago. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he went on Ellen to try to get to apologize to everybody. And then that caused a huge media uproar with everybody because lots of people were still not okay with it. Some people thought it was ridiculous that
People were
he would
hating on
drag that out.
Ellen too.
Yeah, lots of people got mad at Ellen for defending him. And then he ended up just declining it anyway because he thought that he wouldn't have enough time to create quality content and didn't want to cause any controversy.
Mm-hmm.
So he took himself out. I don't know if they found anybody else for it, but that was a big deal
Kinda
this week and last
respectable,
week.
but
Yeah.
Also,
Kind of the mature thing to do after an immature comment that started
Yeah.
it. But
also it was from 2011. I get it, but everyone just going back and digging into each other's history years ago.
Yeah.
It's come on, people. Yeah, it wasn't good what he said, but he's a new person now.
yeah.
Oh.
Along with movies and
Oh.
all that, The Lion King is coming out.
I've never seen The Lion King.
You
Okay,
haven't?
see.
I've never seen The
Okay,
Lion
well, that's an issue. But
What
also,
the heck?
I'm more excited for Toy Story 4. I don't know about you all.
I did
I'm
not know
way
that was
more-
a thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
June-
Wait, are they coming out with
June
High School Musical
2019?
4?
I hope
don't know.
not. That's
Oh,
awful.
oh,
That
sorry.
should
I haven't heard about that, but I have
Okay.
heard about Toy Story 4, and I'm
What's that gonna be?
incredibly
Andy's
excited
off at
for.
college.
I'm
What's gonna
incredibly
happen?
excited for Toy Story 4. I don't know what Pixar's gonna pull out, but I'm excited.
Dude, every 10 years, it's like they make all these movies again, and I'm living for it.
Yeah, it's great.
Lots of people are like, "Oh, you can't remake it."
If-
that
well,
way."
if they ruin it,
think about
I'll
it.
be
Like,
mad.
did you guys see the Jungle Book?
Nope.
No.
Oh, come on.
I think I watched
Okay.
it.
No,
Like a
no.
decade
The
ago.
old one and the new one, because they came up with the new one.
Didn't watch
It's
that one.
like what the Lion King's gonna be. It's the same story.
do you-
It's just the new animation, the new technology that's bringing it more quote unquote to life with us.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what they did with Jungle Book. I saw the Jungle Book. I thought it was really good. I saw it in 3D though, so that's
Well,
completely
and then all
different
these
story.
superhero movies are coming out.
I don't
Yeah.
watch superhero movies
Oh my
either.
gosh, no. Is it Captain Marvel?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
I am so excited. That actress was on a movie I watched, which I probably can't shout out because I'm pretty sure it was rated R. But it was such a good movie, and she's such a good actress, and nobody knows who she is. I can't wait until it comes out because she's so good.
Yeah, well,
And
the
that
final,
one with Aquaman. Oh,
Yeah.
did you guys see it?
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
don't watch
Was it
superhero
good?
movies.
It's so good. It's so good. I cried. Oh my god, so hard. It was such a good movie.
Well, the
Okay,
final
but
final
also-
movie.
Hold on.
Okay.
I
Hold
saw
on.
Aquaman because there's an issue with it. Okay, they're underwater. They're talking underwater, right?
Right.
Where are the bubbles?
That is not like it's What is it? Like willing suspension of.
Oh, willing suspension of disbelief.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Because you're there and you're watching and you're like, okay, this is stupid. Like this would never happen. So lots of people hated the movie because of that, but just the overall concept was great. It was so good.
Well, speaking of movies, Bird Box. It's
Everyone
not,
should shut up.
it's not being talked about as much anymore, but Nicole is correct. Everyone needs to shut up about this movie. I get freaked out pretty easily, somewhat, especially when it comes to people running and jumping out of windows and
Oh,
The-
and
that whole-
covering the car and killing people.
I didn't
on the
watch
highway.
all of that. I did
No,
not watch
like
that
in real
part.
life, people
Yeah.
are making it a challenge.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Like some
Oh, I
guy, it
hate
was on the
humanity.
news.
Yeah.
He put cardboard on his window so he couldn't see and tried to drive around his neighborhood and caused a crash and killed a girl.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Okay, well,
So
there's
So
another
stupid.
problem with
Everyone
that.
should stop.
Everyone needs to stop talking about it. And gosh, oh my god, people, please don't be dumb. Like that, why? Oh, why do you think that would be a good idea? I don't understand how.
It's only okay if it's the end of the world. As far as I know,
Yeah.
the world is still going.
Yeah.
So stop being
But
stupid.
yeah, and stop talking about this movie. It really wasn't that good. Also, the people
I
who
thought it was a
say
good movie.
the people who refer to Sandra Bullock as the woman from Bird Box, no,
Wrong.
she is Miss
Wrong.
Congeniality.
Yeah, that's
She's
true.
from the
That
Blind
is
Side.
true.
You are wrong. Sandra Bullock is a wonderful woman, and the fact that people refer to her as the woman from Bird Box is so upsetting.
Go watch her movies. Educate yourself. Do not say she's your favorite actress if you've only seen Bird Box. She's
and if you
not.
don't know her name,
Oh.
fake fans. I just called all of you out. All of you are fake.
I don't want to hear another person say I'm a Sandra Bullock fan unless you can name 5 of her movies. 5. That's not even that many compared to how many she's done.
Well, anyways, that'll be the end of Volume 1 of 3 Peas in a Podcast. This will be going up Friday. We'll record again next Wednesday and upload again the next Friday. And we're going to hope to keep that going and keep that feedback coming on Twitter. And we'll see you guys next week.